week 10 or 11, they were like, yeah, man, we're gonna try to find some more ways to get you the ball. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, throw that playbook in front of me.
Bill Belichick ever chew you out for something that you didn't think was a big deal? Like, did Bill ever get after you about anything?
I mean, yeah, Bill does that.
Say, like, this isn't rice or anything like
that.
Oh
yeah, for sure. Like, he'll always say stuff like that, but it's from like,
he's trying to get the most out of you.
best out of you.
So we're back, another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode 129, and we are with the explosive, the dynamic Marcus Jones. Let's go, baby. Come on. Thanks for coming out.
Nah, appreciate y'all.
We got a lot of stuff to cover today. We have a lot of things we're going to go through. Number one, did you see that? A lot of number one. The first thing I would just want to say is, did you see the roast?
Yeah. A little
crossed the line a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought it crossed the big line.
It was weird.
No, but there's things that you don't get into. They get into it. It's just, for me, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that one to family and all that stuff. You don't mess with the family. But
the only thing that was off limits, it seemed, was Robert.
He's writing the check, man. He's got to take it easy. Take it easy. He's writing the checks.
Your kids would be
you can't mess with the kids. The ex-wife, I'm not getting into it, but that I figured that was off limits. But Marcus, thanks for coming here, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Exciting times right now. Mm-hmm. Exciting times, off season. First question: How's the wing feeling?
Oh, feeling great.
feeling good.
Great.
Feeling good.
Yeah, short season last year, of course. 2 games, but I've been through it before, and not a lot of people know that I've been through shoulder situations before. So I'm be 100% and ready to go this year for sure.
That's great. That's great. Great to hear. You were dynamic and unbelievable in 22. Take us back. Actually, instead of going to 22, let's go back. We're Enterprise.
Yeah,
Enterprise,
Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get any discounts? When you go to rent a car, do you say, I'm from Enterprise? Can I get a discount? I'm sure that doesn't happen.
You know, always everyone has that joke, and it's so funny and everything because Enterprise is a small little town. You know, not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
7A football, but yeah, it's not big.
Where, in relation to like Prattville? I know Prattville.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours away. Okay. So we're like southeast. So we're like 30 minutes from the Florida state line.
Gotcha.
So it's not too far.
So
away
the heat.
from Florida.
So up here in training camp.
Oh, nothing.
The heat's fun.
Nothing.
You're just you're laughing
it's cool.
at it. Yeah.
Humidity is crazy.
This
down
is a
here.
nice breeze.
Yeah.
The winter's fun though, right?
Oh, I can't stand the winter. I don't know how you guys do it. People say I get used to it. Never will do that. It's manageable though. Manageable.
The last couple of years have been manageable.
It's been easy.
It's been very easy.
Yeah.
So it's
really easy.
It hasn't been as bad. There's been some really bad winters where you're stuck in your car somewhere. You can't get out of your driveway.
You weren't here, I don't think. Then we had the snowstorm. It was like April 1st. It was like 28 inches of snow.
Dude, I've been here since 2009. I've been here a long time.
I was a kid, so.
Oh, so it was a long time.
So 28 inches is out of pocket. First off, I just want to let y'all know that snow.
That's not fun. It's not a fun environment to be in. But so let's go back to growing up down in Enterprise.
Yeah.
Were you all sports, or like was football your first love, or did you have anything else that you were really good?
Yeah. So I've played every sport that you could think of. I was originally actually born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
But my father was in the military, so we moved around a lot. Lived most of my life in Enterprise, and growing up as a kid, I've played football, basketball. My dad's a basketball coach, so I always loved the sport of basketball. Played soccer, baseball, ran track. And I was one of those kids, I always wanted to touch everything because I knew football was something I loved to do, but I always wanted to make sure to implement different sports into what I wanted to do at the end of the day, which was football. So, yeah.
That's great. Is there any other state? Were you always in Bama growing up? You said you moved around a little bit.
I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then I went to Dayton, Ohio for a little while.
Okay, that's cold.
And
then, it's cold in Dayton.
And then I was young at the time,
Ohio.
and then I went from there back to Baton Rouge to Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Okay.
Then Fort Campbell, Kentucky to Enterprise, Alabama, and then I went to Troy for 2 years out of high school. After I got through high school, then went to the University of Houston.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, at the University of Houston,
yeah,
I think we could pull it up. TJ, we got that? There's a specific play at the University of Houston, right?
Yeah.
Now let's go through this play. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just watch it. Let's just watch this play. All right. It's 37. It's tied. There's 30 seconds left. Who are they going to kick this ball to? I don't know. But whoever decided to kick it, pretty stupid if you ask me. All right, let's see. What do we got? And they didn't even kick. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, no.
He told us, oh no.
See you later.
He said, oh no.
Oh no, the kicker was like, I'm gonna help. No, I don't have a shot. That's what you call a walk-off. Well, there was 17 seconds.
17 seconds.
I know. It was pretty close though.
But the Jets punt return was the walk-off, right?
Yeah, I was kind of like, we had
There was no
seconds.
time left.
Nah, I think it was like,
I think there was 2 seconds left.
yeah, it was around that time. Yeah.
So it was pretty close. Now, I just wish I could feel that speed. Like
you just feel it go by you.
Just run past people. I got that white guy speed. It was like, quick side to side, but straight ahead. That was never a good thing for me.
Hey guys, wanted to show you one of our new sponsors, Cliffstone Corporation. It was established in 2019, servicing the greater Boston and Northeast region. They specialize in full hardscape, landscape design, and build projects, which include full back and front yard renovations. With their highly skilled team, they have over 40 years of experience. They have built some magnificent outdoor living spaces, which include custom stone patios, kitchens, fireplaces, seat walls, stairs, and beyond. You have to check out cliffstonecorp.com and learn more.
So what do you think about these new rules? I mean, it's going to be the first time we have the new NFL kickoff,
the
XFL rules. Now, there's an average of 4 to 6 returns a game. Now you're going to get a return almost every time.
Yeah.
How do you see that going?
I feel like it's going to give returners a lot of ability to be able to return the ball, like you said.
Yeah.
Guys that's doing kickoff, they won't be able to do a whole bunch of twists and gains, you would say, and everything like that. So it'll give us way more opportunities. We'll be able to hit creases a little bit faster and everything. But then again, there's pros and cons of everything. The pro is that we'll be able to return, but the con is like right whenever you get the ball, it's almost like a punt return in a sense, which I love that too. But yeah, so
okay.
Yeah, so it would definitely be fun to be able to see guys, be able to be more part of the game. It's the first play of offense in a sense. Not a lot of people see it like that, but it is. And more people that come into the league that want to be, big special team guys and returners, they can show their abilities way more.
So the only thing in my eyes that kind of get me a little twisted up inside is I feel like the old way of having like the big R3s, the bigger guys, those it's going to turn into a lighter group of guys.
Speed.
So all athletic, speed stuff. So might hurt a guy like me that's trying to make the team on special teams as a big guy, but I think that it is definitely going to give more excitement to the game, and I feel like they're contradicting themselves when they say they're trying to make the game safer, but they're going to have more returns, which is more contact, which is more risk for anything. So,
but then if you're putting faster guys out there,
then you're putting fast guys, and you're going that way,
collisions.
and they're trying to go and get you. Like I don't know, you're going to roll up on people, but. Anyway, I understand changing it up a little bit because I come from that old school scary 4-man wedge, trap blocks, get your head knocked off.
Different.
That was I might have had some tears at one point. I might have cried a little bit. Like,
is that where you tore your ACL? Was on a kickoff?
I tore my ACL on a kickoff. Yeah,
it's crazy.
So that wasn't fun, but no, it should be exciting. It'll be explosive, and it's gonna be weird because you think of like iconic Super Bowl, right? Like you don't think of like stationary guys with the kicker back there and them kicking the ball. You think the roll off, all the lights going off with everyone running down the field. Because I did in 2011, I was on that kickoff, and it is insane when you're coming rolling onto that kickoff, and it feels like every single person takes a picture. It's insane. Yeah, it is super, and then all that adrenaline's going through you. But I guess we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah. The crazy thing too is that like the league, whenever I got into the league, man, it's crazy how year to year they'll change things like the next year and be like, all right, we implement this rule. We implement this rule. It was
like
never
drop
like that
weight.
in college.
That silly tackle.
It
Like,
took a long time.
Yeah, it
would take
crazy.
like years to change the rule.
Yeah, but
They
now
just
like,
come in.
they'll
They're like, hey,
change.
we have this idea. Let's implement it for a year and see how it goes.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it's
hip
wild.
drop tackles are going to really hurt you on the defensive side when you're a defensive
Yeah,
back.
it's kind of crazy because
Like-
everybody's bigger than me. If you guys can't tell, I'm not the biggest. So everyone's bigger than me, and I'm not saying that our idea is to hip drop, but
You don't think in your head when you're going to make a
Yeah.
tackle, I'm going to hip drop.
Yeah, no,
You're just trying to say, I want to get that
person
guy on
down.
the ground.
Yeah, you want to get the person on
Yeah.
the ground. And at the end of the day, what you have to do is kind of use your arms, use your weight in order
And
to
their
get that
momentum's
person on.
pulling you one way,
Yeah,
and you're trying to pull
stop
them
them
down.
at the same time.
That's
so,
what a hip.
I mean, it's tricky, but we'll find a way.
I mean, it's almost like, but if you're a defensive back, it's almost every tackle is a hip drop tackle because you have receivers going that direction. Like it's impossible almost.
I was watching.
Unless you're just going to square somebody
I
up.
was watching a little bit of tape, and I feel like the majority of side tackles they turn into a hip
Yeah,
drop,
it has to.
especially if you don't get your head across in front of the guy. He's running forward, and you're just trying to literally on the back of him. You're just trying to stop his momentum.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They also have you can't drop your head within the tackle box. You see that all the time.
Oh yeah, you see that a lot of times.
So they don't call that.
from running backs as well.
The running backs
Yeah,
can't
running
lower
backs,
their
yeah,
head in the
yeah.
hole, which
They do it every time.
that's the old school way of when you were taught. Did you guys have like those old school chutes in a field somewhere?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And you try to run through it and you like get stuck in the middle of it and it hurts so bad. That's what that teaches you to do is protect the ball. So
Yeah.
they don't call that because I think that when they put that in, it was just didn't make sense. And I think there's some things that they're in place, but they're kind of just doing it for optics.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't want guys to get hurt like this. Now it'll be interesting to see if a guy gets hurt and they didn't call, if they're going to say we need to call that's a hip drop. But we'll find out. We'll find out what they do with it this year.
It'll just be fines afterwards. won't it?
That's the
It's just
worst
gonna be a
part.
lot of fines after that.
That's the worst part about. Have you had a
Yeah.
fine? Have you had any fines?
Nah, I haven't, and that's the plan on to like keep not having fines. You know, what I mean.
Well,
you know,
These are the stupid fines. Okay, I'm gonna go through the stupid fines. Your knees uncovered. That's a stupid fine. So when you have your,
yeah.
because I like to have my pants above my knee because, like I said,
when you start running and everything like that, you don't want anything covering your knees because you
Yes.
gotta pick up your knees to run.
because you got to pick up your knees.
Yeah.
And, hey, this guy needed a little bit of extra. Anything I could
This
get.
guy.
Anything I could get. I had to make sure I had it. So, the knees, the uniforms, the spat. I thought that's crazy. Like they don't want you to spat.
Yeah, I think the only way that you could spat now
if
is
you-
like if you had a medical issue or
Medical
something
issue.
like that. So like if you have a medical issue,
Yep.
they'll let you spat. Because most of the time they don't want the brand covered and everything like that.
And
so
I think Judon gets a fine for every time he wears his red sleeves.
I don't
I think
know.
so because you can't wear red. The Patriots can't wear red sleeves. You can wear white or blue.
I don't think I've ever seen anything for fines from him. I mean,
You
wouldn't
might
be
just
shocked.
you might just say I'm wearing
Yeah, I
red
don't-
sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
here's
know
the check.
when they had that guy before the game, he'd come up to you and say, "Hey, you got to change this. You got to change that." Most guys, okay, I'll do that. But then if you're out there in the game, because it was in warm-ups when they come up and tell you, and then you go in the game, and then they get you.
Remember when Peyton Manning got fined for wearing the high top cleats for Johnny Unitas when he died?
Did he get fined for that?
Yeah.
Brutal.
crazy.
And then I want to know where all the fine money goes. They donate it?
Yeah.
Charity?
No, I don't think so.
They have to. They
Nah,
have to.
I think what they do is like
I think a portion goes to
they
charity.
do it just some of it I think to the NFLPA or something like that for some of the people that end up getting paid or that work
Oh,
in the NFLPA.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
it's going to a good cause, guys.
Going to a good cause.
It's going to a good cause.
I think Goodell made like $63 million the last 10 years, something insane.
I think it's good too when he was talking about Goodell that they're going to play the 18th game and just reduce a preseason game down to 2.
I remember they were talking about that. I'm just like,
I don't.
the regular season, like,
Yeah, how
it's
was
just-
that first year? How was your rookie year coming
Yeah.
in and experiencing a full season? That full season, what was that like?
yeah, it was definitely different. Like, coming from college to the league is way different. Just off the fact of training camp, you know, you go through training camp and you end up, let's just say you play your first preseason game, which is cool. But then what got me was like whenever you travel to wherever place that you go and then you know, practice against the other team and then you play them. And I was like, dang, this kind of feel like high school again. Because, you know, in college, you don't really scrimmage anyone else and everything. So that was kind of cool to watch. But then the body, like, whenever you are fresh, but then next thing you know, you go through the preseason, you're like, oh my goodness, training camp. Now we get into week 1 and it's getting real deal. So now you doing that. And like the first couple games I didn't play, but I was doing whatever I could on the scout team to help out as much as I can and everything. That eventually, like week 3, I ended up playing like kickoff return. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, make sure I know how to do it. Lineman assignment, you know, things that you need to do. Then after that, the roles just started gradually like getting bigger. The next game, I think we played Green Bay. It was punt return and kickoff return. So I'm making sure I know how to do that and then also be ready on defense just in case. And I want to say like week 5, week 6, I ended up playing some defense. Then it was like play a little bit more special teams. Then eventually like week 10 or 11, they were like, yeah, man, we're going to try to find some more ways to get you the ball. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, throw a fat playbook in front of me.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Yeah. I'm like, what? And I look, and it said offense. I was like, whoa, like, you know, I didn't think it would happen like this, but I was like, man, I'm so happy that I know how to study and learn plays quick. Because I had to learn, like, I want to say like 30 plays and like 30 formations in like the span of like 5 days. So
offense is tough.
Offense is different.
Serious.
Like
it's
defense,
serious.
you know, we have our play calls, but our play calls are usually adjustments.
It's formation
you know?
adjustments.
Yeah, so like whenever they say something, all right, we got to call,
2 by
go
2,
from here,
3 by 1, live, dead,
line up, and you do what you do. But then offense is like, quarterback gonna call a play one time in the huddle, guys, and he not repeating himself. So you better know what to do, how to do it. And I would have to hear the whole formation because I have to hear what the formation is before. Then I got to go with the motion. Then I got to know what the lineman is. Then I know what the play is. So certain people hear certain things and they know what to do. But I had to hear the whole call.
Because a guy like you needs to move.
So some plays, you know, I'm a
You're
decoy.
the guy that's changing the strength and where the safeties are and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a great problem to have, man.
For sure.
That's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, last year, shoulder. So we got the recovery. You know, you're in off season. Have you seen the first pick yet? Have you seen him in person yet, Drake?
I haven't met him or anything like that.
Haven't met him yet?
I haven't seen him in person yet. No.
I wonder when they have rookie camp. Isn't that coming up?
Like it's coming up. I think they're getting there now.
Yeah, I think
it's like today.
Oh, so they're coming. They're coming in for this weekend. I think it's this weekend.
Yeah, I think they arrived today. I think.
Dude's a big dude. I was curious if you saw him in person, but
no, I haven't seen him in person. But he looks like a real competitor, man. So, you know,
I want to have him throw a fastball at me and see if I can catch it. I want to see if
we get the. You should take it from the what's his name?
The hardest.
Milton. You should take one from Milton.
Oh my God.
Have him throw an orange at you.
No.
You see how fast it was?
No, I don't want an orange. Because I want a football.
He threw an orange like 100 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
I know he could throw the ball. I know he could throw.
Crazy.
I mean, 70 yards or something. Wasn't he
I think it's
throwing the ball?
80.
80 yards.
Yeah.
I still have a torn rotator cuff. I said that I could throw the ball 62. What did I say? 62?
No, you said 65.
NFL
right,
NFL ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
See, I don't have big hands, so like, no,
That's
not
harder.
62 for me.
gotta-
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, he said 60. You said 65.
I said 62.
And we brought Gronk out.
And we did bring Rob out.
You
and-
could. I think you got it to like 50.
No,
something.
I got it to 60 yards.
Was
He
it?
said no.
DJ, was it 60?
It was 60. We got the clips. We got footage of it. It was 60 yards. TJ.
Gronk with
And then
one
Gronk
throw,
threw it
though.
like 64. But he's got hands like this. It's ridiculous.
First throw.
First throw, he did. But he had the wind. I'm just saying.
You got to pick the side you were going on.
You picked the wrong side.
No, my arm's still sore from that. I'm an old guy now. I thought I could throw it that far. But anyway, Ryan Mallett, rest in peace. Love you, Ryan. He used to be able to throw a football harder than anyone that I've ever been around in my life because he was 6'6", so I asked him one time, just like 15 yards away, I said, just hit me right in the chest with this thing. Dude, the ball was sizzling, and when it hit my hands, I thought it almost ripped my skin off because he had so much spin on the ball.
Like that, yeah.
So interesting. I want to see what these young kids say. I have 80 yards. That's ridiculous.
No, that's crazy.
80 yards.
Yeah. He's
I would just put you
massive.
right in the slot and say run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
And when you hit your back
Ball's
foot,
going up.
just throw it 80 yards up like a punt and just have you go get it.
Yeah.
So Rob did 57 yards.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it
57.
is. It's
57?
on camera.
57 is not 60, guys.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That
Not 60.
No, you're lying.
It's not
No, it was
60.
57.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
We pinned it. All right.
did,
This
yes.
This is what we got here. This is the greatest thing about technology. You could just go right here.
That's what he's doing, though.
No. I'm telling you, it's the first pin, isn't it?
Sometimes in life, you just got to take L's.
I'm not
man.
taking an L right here.
It's-
I'm not taking an L.
It was 57. I'm almost positive.
It was not 57. I'm telling you. You pulling it up?
It's actually going to pull up the whole clip.
There it is. Ask random fans what they think about Rob Ninkovich. Can he throw? Let's hit it. Throw his 60 yards. Oh, shit. Maybe it was 60 yards. I thought it was 63 yards. No, it was. You can't fast forward it. Oh, then Mac. Because I said Mac had a pea shooter, which he kind of did.
Yeah, you said 62 yards is what you said.
I said I could throw it 62 yards.
Yeah, you only got to like 57.
You like that shirt? Like the Hawaiian shirts? Okay, this is taking too long. Can't fast forward it though. First throw. Here we go.
I think that one went 40.
No, it did not.
There was one of them that went 40.
No, that's a warm-up throw. 50 yards. It's the warm-up. Okay, throw 2. Bingo. 56.
That's where you throw your
3.
rotator cuff.
Rotator's gone, and 60. 57? That's all I got? Fudge. All right. We're going to have to redo that one. But anyway, let's move on.
So once you got the play, so in 2022, when you played on offense, there wasn't just like a couple package of plays, right? It was, you're saying it was like a...
Yeah, I mean, a couple package of plays is more than what people think.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
that's the thing is most people think it's like you learn like 3 plays, like, you know, in practice.
Nah, it was more than that for sure.
Yeah.
Because if we just ran like, you know, a couple packages and everything, not saying that, you know, we did the whole playbook, like we played.
Yeah.
But you got to know all of these things because if it's a certain play that they want to run or even disguise for another one, you know, then we make sure we run it and know how to do it and everything like that. So
How was it like scoring as a rookie an offensive touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and a special teams touchdown all in the same season?
yeah, so that was kind of wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it until they told me after the Bengals. Because that's whenever I had the pick six.
Pick
But,
six,
like,
yeah.
we lost the game. So I'm all like, oh, my goodness, you know, we lost and everything. But when they told me, I was like, okay, that's cool. And I'm one of those people, like, I don't really care too much about stats and everything. But whenever they told me toward the end of the year, I'm like, oh, that is kind of wild. You know,
Yeah.
they started talking about the Dion situation and, like, me and him. And I was like, oh, that's crazy and everything. And people always ask, they'd be like, man, you going to play offense? I'm like, I don't know. Until the week of. I'm letting you guys know I don't know. Like, I don't know. And sometimes it's to the game. Like, maybe we might practice it a little bit, but that don't mean I'm going to do it unless they feel as though they want to do it. So I always got to know what to do and how to do it.
Yeah. Situation's going to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit. Mayo is going to be a little bit more forthcoming on information week of. It's not just going to be like, hey, you're doing this week. You know, Mayo's a little different. I know Bill was kind of like, well, you just got to be ready. It's like, okay, thanks. So when you look at the defense as a whole right now,
Yeah.
I think that they have they're going to be a top 5 defense. I feel like you guys have the talent, you guys have the leadership, you got the veterans, you got the guys in the building that I think can do it. And I met Christian at a pickleball event with Grunk. Actually, it's the first time that I actually like saw him in person.
Okay.
The dude's quiet. You kind of don't know how to read him,
Yeah.
right? But
he's quiet. He's quiet with
he's-
everyone else, but me and him, we pretty cool. So
you guys.
he's not
So
quiet
when I
with me.
first met him, I'm like, this dude's kind of quiet. He's probably looking at me like, who the hell's this old guy? You know.
That's
But
what I
he's
always-
a freak. He's a freak. Like
Yeah.
so, you know, I'm looking at this defense, and you know, you got Mayo obviously. So is really good at what he does, and this year the focus is going to be the defense leading, and then letting the offense kind of figure themselves out. How do you guys feel about this upcoming season and the challenge that this is going to be for you guys, for the whole defense?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys coming back, man, and that's great to have, especially in the National Football League. Defense, we always try to set the standard and everything. Offense, they got some leaders over there too, but us as a defense, we just make sure everybody knows and set the standard, man. That's the main thing. That's what it is. Just always implying what we need to do workout wise. It don't matter if it's practice for OTA or just a workout. Like, it's competition 24/7. Letting people know, like, we can't be complacent in anything we want to do. And with the organization that we have, the bar has been set so high, we can't slack. And that's just what it is. We understand that by walking in the building and whenever we walking out. So we just try to make sure to take it day by day, though. We can't just always look forward towards the Super Bowl or just the playoffs. We got to worry about the off season right now. Then whenever training camp comes, take it one day at a time and everything, because it's longevity at the end of the day.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment? Like, was there a specific person or anybody that kind of you saw, you're like, oh man, that's the guy right there?
Yeah, I'll say we were playing Arizona.
Yep.
And we were over there playing against them, and we ran this one play. And basically, this is the game like I was playing offense and defense, so I was all over the place. But I would go in motion, and I'll start seeing Isaiah Simmons.
Yep.
And Buddy is like 6'4", 230, but as fast as me.
Yeah.
So I'm like seeing him, and like he like looked like a praying mantis out there, like running around. And it's crazy because like he's crazy athletic. He could play linebacker, he could play DN, he could play safety. He could do whatever. And we ran this one play, and Mac rolled out and threw the ball. So I went in motion. Next thing you know, Mac hiked the ball, ran the other way, then did like a throwback. And
was this a design throwback or just a broken? Okay.
So
That
I see. No,
it was a broken play. Mac Jones
it was
one
for sure
way.
a design throwback.
just,
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So we do that, and I'm going towards the ball because I see a guy running toward me, and I go toward the ball and I catch it. And right whenever I catch it, man, I see like the logo of the Cardinal helmet on there. This is the first time I ever seen a helmet wink at me. Because like the Cardinal helmet is like this.
Yeah.
I told right whenever I catch it, all I seen was a little winking, but wow, hit me so hard. And you know how you get hit, but you don't fall?
Yeah.
It was one of those right whenever I got hit, I didn't fall, but right whenever somebody else ended up coming, I got back down. And I was like, oh no, we don't need to run that play no more. I was like, nah, like this a little different for sure.
So this is something we do every episode. I got a beer. We're gonna rate them. You don't have to partake, but we're about to do that right now. This is a Broken Skull Ranch beer. I just found it at the gas station.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone cold. Let's see what this thing's about.
I'm actually excited about this one.
I know this one, but this one might let us down. I don't know. All right, there we go. There's that one. Do you want to taste one, or you good?
I'm good. Appreciate it though.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
You're training. You guys are working hard,
So is the building noticeably different now?
I wouldn't say it's crazy. It's crazy different.
Okay.
Like I said before, the standard's still the standard. We come in ready to work and everything, but yeah, it ain't really crazy too much of a difference.
What'd you think about the when you come in the building now? It looks like a reset button was hit.
Oh yeah.
Does everyone feel that? Like there's kind of everything is cleaned up. The walls are down to just blue.
Yeah.
There's new stuff up, but it feels a little bit different in there.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say that changed a little bit is like we're a little bit more out there on the media side. I would say, we're showing a little bit more of like just showing what we are doing, you know,
Yep,
hard
yep.
work, showing more, of course, in the community and everything. And I really appreciate the organization for how much that we do in the community as well and everything like that. Like that's overlooked a lot of times because they always see the Sunday thing. But they're definitely doing what they need to do.
No, there's
and everything like that
a
when it
lot.
comes
And
to
I
that.
must say that this is freaking good.
This is really good.
This is terrific. What's your score? Give it a good one.
8.02.
I can't take the
8.02.
8.02. All right.
You got to get it.
So this
it's
is
like barely above an 8.
Let's go. This is the Steve Austin Broken Skull IPA, man. I feel like a wrestler right now.
I think I gave it a little bit of higher score though because I enjoyed watching Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I know.
grow
You're
up and everything.
fanboying it. Are you fanboying
little
on
bit,
this? Are you a fanboy on if we had
You didn't watch WWF when you were growing up?
I did really a little bit.
Well, I say WWF because you probably know it
I
as
was about to
WWE.
say,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what that is.
WWF. That's what it used to
WWF.
be. World Wrestling Federation.
Okay, it's
we WWE.
No. They actually had to get rid of it because of the World Wildlife Foundation.
Oh, that's wild.
is that the real story?
Yeah.
They should change that so it's tougher or something. A badass 6.7 IPA.
What? Would you rate it?
No. That's what it says.
I thought you rated 6.7. I was like,
6.7%. That's the alcohol content.
Gonna get us.
I'm
We
gonna
already
say
lost
this
like
is,
one deal because
I'm
of
gonna
your
say
ratings.
this is a solid 8.5.
Oh, you're going higher than me.
Yeah,
Wow.
8.5. It's really good. I could drink a lot of these, and it's 6.7. So some of these are 8, which you drink 2 of them, and
The one the other day was like 11.
that's too much. You can't do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna say a name, and I want you to think just like what just comes to your head. All right.
All right.
Here we go. Matthew Slater.
Leader.
Leader. He is a leader.
Yeah.
Love you, Matthew. Let's go. Devin McCourty.
Top dog.
Top dog.
Yeah.
Dev. Guy. All right. How about LeBron James?
A
Flopper?
goat. A goat. I was saying, he said flopper. I'm gonna say a goat.
A goat.
A goat. Yeah. One
Michael
up.
Jordan?
The goat.
The GOAT.
There we
All
go.
right.
Yeah,
So
there we go. There we go. Yeah.
And then we'll follow that up with Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, the goat.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's all I got. I'm not going too many more.
Not going to be any more?
No,
You could
how
say,
many-
like, what about, like, Gerard Mayo?
No, I'm not going to keep going down the list because what's he going to say about Gerard? He's going to say
That's a fair one.
great leader.
What are you going to say
For
about him?
sure.
What am I going to say about Gerard?
Yeah, you played with him.
Cornrows. First thing comes to my head.
That's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
what it is for me, too.
Cornrows.
As I remember.
First time I met Gerard. So in 2009, I come in as a tryout guy, and my flight lands at like 3 a.m. I get to the stadium with like an hour of sleep. They put me through the conditioning test. I thought I was going to fail it. I didn't, thank God, or else they would have cut me. I go to practice, and I see Mayo coming out, and I'm like, damn, that dude's old, man. Like, and I'm just sitting there talking to him. It was like, we're standing there before practice. I'm like, how many years have you been playing in the league? He's like, 2. I said, 2? Never heard. I didn't know he was rookie of the year or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, you look 40, man. He was like, shut up. And we were friends from then on. So, but anyway, now he looks 40. Now he looks 40. He lost the rows. No more rows. He has like a yarmulke of flesh going on right now. But
Jesus. The hell did you come up with this stuff?
my dad makes fun of me about it. All right, so we put out a couple questions that we put the fans out there, and they want to ask you a couple things.
We had to like edit this down too. It was a lot of stupid things.
Yeah, people are dumb, but anyway.
It was like there was one of them like, what did you think about when Malcolm Butler got benched in the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I was like
he wasn't there.
yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it just like you guys. Like,
Yeah. Okay, here's the first one. Was the punt return against the Jets for the walk-off win the sickest play of your career?
I would say yes. The reason why is, I mean, that game was crazy. First off, like I told y'all, I don't like the cold. Freezing.
Yeah, it was a cold game.
It was like 20-degree weather and then like 20 plus miles an hour wind gusts.
Yeah.
So like the whole game, like we were practicing, knowing like, hey, you know, the wind can go this way. And for people that don't know, catching the ball with 20 miles an hour wind, you got to know exactly how to do it because the ball flies all over the place and everything. But yeah, I didn't think that they were gonna kick it to me. I thought it was gonna kick it out of bounds, or something out of bounds or something like that. So then they did. Then after that, like it was crazy. I was like, let me go ahead and try to set up a wall. We had a wall set up, so I was like, let me try to bait them to go one way, but not take too many steps. After that, it's crazy.
See you later.
That was the only touchdown of the game, I think, right?
Yeah, it was 3-3.
Yeah.
What a game.
That's what I'm saying. That's the old football that everyone loves, you know.
Yeah,
defensive
I
football.
might have been there. Yeah,
I think you were there.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of headshots. Did Bill Belichick ever chew you out for something that you didn't think was a big deal? Like, did Bill ever get after you about anything?
I mean, yeah, Bill does that.
Say
like,
this isn't rice or anything like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he'll always say stuff like that, but it's from like
He's trying to get the most. Yeah,
the best out of you. Like it's not no. I love coaches that always criticize and like know how to yell at you and stuff like that. Like,
I have a feeling that you might have experienced that a little like close to home.
Yes.
With your old man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he's
like,
a coach, so he is probably understands how to get the best and the most out of people.
Yeah,
and
I've
the
never
military,
had a problem. Yeah,
very
with that.
similar.
Yeah. My dad, like, he was a drill sergeant, and I'm not saying he always yelled at me and everything, but like yelling has never really been a thing with me because I know at the end of the day, he's trying to get the best out of me, and you want the best for the team as well. So, yeah, Bill does it all the time.
He's a drill sergeant?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Dang. Those guys are intense. Drill sergeants, they got their hats like this. Straight like...
Major pain.
My mom said he can never walk in the house with a drill sergeant hat on. So anytime he came in the house,
he's got to take it off.
Yeah, he got to take it off.
Gump. That's what I think. I think of the drill sergeant running.
I think of Major Pain.
You think of Major Pain?
That's what I think a lot
Great
of people
movie.
think of. Yeah.
Movie.
Let me see a pinky. I think of Forrest Gump. I think of Full Metal Jacket. You know,
Major Pain.
All right. Well.
It's an underrated movie.
I just saw it the other day. I thought it was way more inappropriate than I originally remembered being. You know, I had the kids watching it. I'm like, all right, he just really snapped the guy's pinky. Like, okay. Like, I thought this was PG. All right, next question. Do you like playing multiple positions or do you like playing one position? Do you think the multiple position thing is tough to grasp everything?
I wouldn't say it's crazy tough. It's a challenge. However, it just depends on, how much you're gonna be in the playbook. But I like both positions. I like playing offense and defense. However, I'm a defensive guy. Like I love that. Most people be like, ball. Yeah, see ball, get ball. Yeah, it's real simple. But yeah, I like playing both sides and everything. But defensive guy for sure.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
All right, so this one is Teacher Appreciation Week. Who was your favorite teacher and why?
Oh,
this is a tough one.
Man, this is a tough one. And we're talking about like school teacher, or are we talking about like...
It could be anything, right?
Yeah, I'd say anything. Yeah. Mrs. Peel, my kindergarten teacher. What's up? She was awesome. Mrs. Peel.
Miss Lippy.
Miss Lippy. Thank you very much, Miss Lippy. Mrs. Peel. I didn't know that humming you could hear. I remember humming, and this is crazy because I was only in kindergarten, and I was humming like Christmas songs, and she goes, "Well, it's not Christmas yet, Rob," and I go, "What? You could hear that?"
Oh my goodness!
I mean, it's kindergarten. You're 4 or 5. Come on, leave me alone.
Nah, that's crazy. But I would say my second grade teacher, Miss Lewis, she had a lot to do with me, getting to this.
Yep.
One of my coaches, I'll say David Faulkner, whenever I was in high school, he was the one that kind of helped me out because whenever I was in high school, our high school really didn't do the both sides stuff.
Oh, really?
So yeah, like sometimes, they
I
didn't
feel like
really do
every
it for,
high school player that was like anybody who is in the NFL played both ways.
Yeah, so
in
it
high
just
school.
depends. Like where I went to a 7A high school, but like sometimes
that's the biggest school.
Yeah,
right?
so like sometimes they'll be like, hey, like just pick one side. But he was like, man, you gotta learn how to, do punt returns. And I was like, cool, like, I'll do that. And then he was like, you want to play some offense too? And I was just like,
that's the cat. They say everyone needs to play one side
hey.
until they see a guy. They're like, well, we could probably put him a little bit on offense, maybe return a few things and play defense. How about you play? How do you punt and kick as well? How about you play every snap?
Yeah, see, that's how I go.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I can do that.
Look like you're getting a little tired.
You look like everyone is walking around as you like you're just destroying them. And this one kind of we covered this a little bit. The biggest change that you've noticed since Bill left.
I mean, I said the media. I
Media
feel like the media
like more
stuff.
access.
Yeah, it's a little bit more access.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a pretty cool thing to be able to do that because not a lot of people. I mean, it's a lot of people that want to be involved and know more about the organization, what's going on, and everything. So I feel like we've had strong fans. We've had fans that's been loyal for a very long time. So it's kind of like you guys kind of deserve it in a sense of like, know
They're
what's
spoiled.
going on.
They're spoiled.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I could say they're spoiled.
Real spoiled.
They're spoiled.
No, for
Y'all
sure.
are spoiled. But
Brats.
just relax.
We love
It's
you
the off
guys.
season. We love you. It's
Yeah,
the
we
off
love you.
season. We got everything you wanted. You got the quarterback. We got the receivers. We got explosive guys that play both ways. Let's just relax, pump the brakes, okay? Everyone
Give us
wants
some time.
Give
Give
us
us some time.
Give us
Until a
some
loss
time. Be
happens.
patient. I said be patient. We gotta be
There's
patient.
no way they're going to be patient.
Okay, so next question: who is the most annoying player to guard,
Most annoying player that
or like anybody that you could think of in your career? Like this dude
Yeah.
is just a freak.
I'm gonna do I'm definitely gonna say in the league. I would say I'm not gonna say most annoying, but you got to be on your P's and Q's.
You just
I
gotta
would
know.
say,
You can't be too aggressive. You can't be.
yeah, Devontae Adams, man, like
Yeah.
he's the top of the top.
Yeah.
The Raiders game, we had a great plan and everything like that, game plan with him and stuff like that. But it's hard to be able to stop a person like that. You got a game plan around that person. You got to try to find ways to not take him out of the play and things like that. But he always knows what progression he's in the play call. Like it's crazy. He'll be jogging. He'll know if he knows he's the fourth person in the read. He'll take his precious time. Next thing you know, fast and get open, catch the ball. And he's real good with knowing his quickness. He'll lollygag, then speed up, and oh man, and yeah. So no, he's top of the top for sure.
Dude's a beast.
Man, you shut him down too in that game.
I mean, it was just a good
It's a
game.
group effort.
Yeah, it's a group effort. I'm not gonna say it. People see stuff like
Iffy.
that and they be like, "Oh yeah, you did." I was like, "Hey,
It's a group effort.
yeah, it was for sure that."
Was it a group effort on that massive stiff arm from Chandler Jones in that game?
That one.
Yeah, that was the game.
That was.
Yeah,
That's
that
one of
was
them
that game.
games. That's
Let's not talk about
let's-
that, guys.
Let's not go
Let's
back
not
to that
talk about
moment,
that one.
okay?
I was right there. I was at that game.
That's right, you did. Yeah, you probably bet a few bucks on that one too.
No, I didn't.
All right, I want to know who asked this question. Could Ninko make it more than 2 yards on a punt return? I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
of
if
course
it's like
I can.
if it's bombed down the field.
Yeah, of course I
Yeah.
can. I'm gonna catch it and just get a couple of yards. I fall forward.
I
I'm
mean,
60.
It's like a 70-yard punt. You could probably.
I was about to say, you
no
catch
hang
one
time.
I might
No hang
muff
time?
a few.
You might muff a few. You only got one chance.
that's-
they're gonna put it back
The
there.
punts, man, when they're coming down and they're spinning, they're going this way or that. Like it's those.
Yeah.
The punts are tough.
See, not a lot of people know. All right, so
The
look,
ball
I'm gonna
is
give you guys a little gem.
Left to right or right to
It's,
left.
it's real easy. If it's a right foot punter
Yeah.
and it goes far, that means that the nose is going to turn down, so it's going to fall to the left. So a left foot punter, far punts go to the left, and we talking about from the returner's perspective. So if the punter's this way, he punts towards you, the far ball is going to go left. If the nose stay up, it's going to be short, so it's going to go right. It's the other way around with left foot. If it's a left foot punter, goes far, it's going to go to the right. If the nose stay up, it goes to the left. So
What about in certain stadiums with lights and so doesn't the Raider what's the Dallas? I don't know if you've played in that stadium, but they have like the screen in the middle or
Yeah.
even Like I feel like some screens or lights are in your eyes. How do you deal with that? You go out and you see pregame, like
yeah. So
how
like
the
you'll
ball's
see
gonna go?
pregame of like where the lights are of possibilities. So it depends on where you're at too. So like in domes, I don't really trip too much about domes because I mean it's nothing flying in the air. Honestly, all you gotta do is look for something moving, something black that's moving in the air.
Yeah.
So let's just say if we're in Florida now, you know,
You
the
get
ball going in the air and
something-
it's in the sun.
Yeah.
And maybe you might see a couple birds or seagulls or something like that
Just
flying
just
across,
going
and you
through.
See a
and the ball
plane
go that
coming
way.
over.
Yeah, you might see something like that. But even before we ended up getting that big old jumbotron that we had,
Yeah, so like
we
that
had
one too.
one wind that goes from our sideline to the opponent's sideline. So like I want to say like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was like that in our stadium. So we always know the wind that opens up was that little gap area. So every single time that the ball gets punted, it favors to the opponent's sideline. So
See,
some stadiums are like that.
But it's different now too. Now with that.
See now, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's covered. Oh, it's
that's
and
why
it's
I said
different
Bill
wind
was
down
so
here
mad.
than up there.
Yeah.
So I always like with that big screen now, I felt like as the ball gets punted, they just put little footballs everywhere
I
on
know.
the screen.
Just really screw with people.
Just little footballs,
strobe
and then the
lighted.
second you look up, it's gone. So like, it's only for like a split second as the ball's coming up, and the guy's like, "Where's the
Where'd
ball?"
it go?
I think that's illegal.
You remember that stadium in Germany though they played in last year that the
Though they could hit the top.
Oh, they
It
hit
was
the,
easy,
yeah,
though,
I think
but it would
someone
hit-
the top. Yeah,
but it would hit everything like, and the fans would go nuts when it hit.
Oh yeah, because
like in warm-ups
because they're a big
screaming.
like soccer kicking the
Yeah.
ball fan. Like when
Yeah.
they were
Going
kicking
nuts.
field goals in warm-ups, they were cheering for the field goals made.
Did you go to the game there?
no,
yeah. Yeah, it was that was different. The smoking was different too.
Yeah, I was there.
Like you just light up a cigarette right in your seat.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm like, who the hell's who's having a freaking Marlboro right now?
Yeah.
Just smoking away, and you can just smoke sitting in the stadium. It's
The energy was crazy in there though.
It is different.
Yeah.
So, what's some of your other activities? I know you're in a few things.
Yeah.
Let us know what those are. I know that it's a little different. It's a little
yeah,
different.
yeah.
What are
So,
your other non-football activities that you like to do?
Yeah, my main thing is music. So I produce, songwrite, record. That's one thing. I've been golfing since I was 4. Anybody want to get beat in ping pong, just let me know. Professional ping pong player, you could basically say that. But yeah,
Get you a
I'm into a whole bunch.
look, your girlfriend's here shaking her head.
What you shaking your head for?
She's like, I don't know. Ping pong?
Yeah,
She
ping
might be able to
pong,
beat you.
I'm crazy on that too. It's because her dad beat me in pickleball. Like pickleball ain't the same as ping pong. It's
It's the
not.
same thing. It's
No,
just
it's
a
not.
bigger.
It's different.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
little similar.
Completely different.
Because you can't put as much spin as you can and everything like that on ping pong.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like
I
I
felt
would
like
have
for
you
my
running.
first outing in the pickleball courts, I did pretty good. Held my own. First game was rough. We just had a pickleball event. Like, was that a couple weeks ago, TJ? Oh, okay, maybe 4
Whoa.
weeks ago. Maybe 4 weeks ago.
62
Okay,
yards,
I
62 yards, 57
I got
yards.
3 kids, the time stuff. Anyway, but it was fun. I had a great time. I lost the first game that I played, but I'm gonna get better at it.
Yeah.
So when you say music, when did you get into that? When did you get into getting like music, producing, all that stuff?
Yeah, my dad, he was big messing around. It's always been a hobby.
Yeah.
So like he had MPCs, turntables,
Really?
everything like that, always at the house. And I would mess around.
The drill
and record
sergeant
every
getting
once in a
down
while.
on the
Yeah, so-
turntables?
yeah,
DJ drill sergeant.
So basically, he'll mess around with that, and then around like high school, one of my real good friends, Darius, he was like telling me, he was like, bro, I'm finna get into producing. I was like, bro, my dad used to do that all the time, and I was like, man, let me go ahead and start messing around with it too. So I ended up learning how to make beats, like which I already kind of knew how to do, but I was just like, all right, let me find out how to do a little bit more. So did that. Then I was like, man, I'm making beats, but it's no vocals on it, and people like to hear vocals. So I taught myself how to recorded myself and everything, and then just found my sound and just kept going from there. But I love like making pop music. I can make hip hop, R&B, and everything like that, but I want to start getting into that house music and everything because I love the vibe of
It's a good vibe.
lounge area,
Yeah.
but then festival music. It's commercialized music as well, so like I like that vibe.
Do you have a specific name, title, song, anything right now?
Yeah, so my artist name is Elliot J, ELLIOTT.J. Guys, it's with 2 T's. Some
Two
people
T's.
spell Elliot with just
T's.
one T, you know, so I gotta let people know it's 2 T's. But the last song that I dropped was Make It Right, and it actually went number 9 in the UK charting on Music Week.
Yeah.
Like probably like a month
Let's
or 2 months
go.
ago. Yeah,
Let's
so that was
go.
crazy.
You gotta look at
Yeah.
stats though. You don't look at stats, but you might be the only person that scored a touchdown offense, defense, special teams, and had a top 10 hit.
Oh yeah, nah, that's
You
crazy.
might be the only one.
Yeah,
Dude,
nah,
that's
I don't think
sick.
Dion did it.
Oh no, not the music part. Nah.
So this is TJ. This is what we need. We need an intro with that song. We need
Yeah.
the intro. That's what's gonna be.
Yeah.
The intro of the show, and the intro is gonna be that damn song because that thing's 9.
Yeah,
Dude, that's sick.
it was number 9. Of course, the charts change
Yeah,
every
they
week
change,
and
but
everything.
that's still cool.
But no, like just to have that was wild because my guy Jason Dowman, man, he's in LA, and he told me for a little minute, he was like, man, you know, I'll try to help out and everything, and I was like, cool. And then he will always send me all of these reviews. So it's like for Music Week, man, you got to have a whole bunch of people review a whole bunch of things. So he's sending me like people. It's like I want to say like 200 a week of like all types of stuff. So it'd be like 8 out of 10. They'll say what they like about it. They'll say what they dislike about it. You know, things like that.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, cool. So he was like, eventually, he was like, you know, your song should make it in the top 25. And I was like, all right, cool. But you know, expectations just in general. You know, when you be in the NFL and you end up, you know,
have
your
high
expectations for stuff
expectations,
is
yeah.
like, all right, it's cool. So,
But it's high expectations in football, but low expectations in something like that.
yeah.
you
So
know?
like, I'm like, all right. Next thing you know, he told me one time, he was like, well, it's gonna be at number 9. And I was like, oh, like that's a little different. Like I was like, no, you talking crazy now. I'm like, man. So then he ended up showing me and stuff, and I was like, nah, that's wild. So
Well, I think that's awesome. Now, how does that make you kind of look at that instead of a hobby being something that you could get more effort and into, you know, because that's pretty cool. And then you have other stuff that you haven't released yet.
yeah,
I would
I have
assume.
I have a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
So you just try to you have a guy that goes through everything, and then you decide, all right, man, this is gonna be my next one.
So
Like, how do you decide which one is gonna be your next release?
yeah, so basically, I'll talk with people that I know that's kind of in the music industry.
Yeah.
And people always say go to Love Is. So I know the Love Is the pop dance realm. So if I want to end up charting, then I can kind of go towards that. But what I'll always do is I'll have a song. Let's just say I want to have a hip hop song or R&B song. I will always remix songs. So most people would end up having a song but not remix it. But the
okay.
remixes sometimes do better than the original song. So like the song Roses by St. John. It was a song that he remixed like 4 times. It was just his song. Then it was him and Future. There was another song. Then it was a
So they add a collab to it, and then they change it up a little
some
bit.
of those producers and everything. And I remixed my Make It Right song. And when it was 2 producers, Mata Blanco, and they're big in the UK. They remixed it. Next thing you know, it got all the love over there in the UK. And I was like, yeah, I need to start remixing everything. So it's like just knowing that is something that I always want to go ahead and go towards.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
I feel like there's a lot of guys that go in that direction, and they make that their focus point.
Yeah.
But
no, it's a hobby for
It's
me.
a-
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I love
Like-
to do it, and I don't want to sign. Like people be like, "Man, why don't you sign a deal?" And I've had deals come up, and people want to sign me, but I'm just like, "Nah, thank y'all though." But it's just I'm not finna drop 3 albums in a year. You know, my main job is football. You know, that's the thing that I'm going to do. However, my hobby in the off season, music, videography. You know, I told you a little bit about that.
Yep.
You know, I'm trying to get more into that. I want to get into directing a movie. You know, I've been sitting down with writers and doing things like that, meeting people and just gravitating to different realms. So then I know like what I have contacts to and what I have connects to, things like that.
I want to be an actor. I want to go to acting school.
Hey, bro, I went to an acting school. We went to an acting class in
I do.
LA. No,
Is it
let me
tough?
tell you.
Is it crazy?
When I tell you, them people.
Donnie
can turn
Wahlberg.
it
I saw Donnie
on.
Wahlberg.
I met him
You
whenever
met
we went to
Donnie?
the. I met Donnie whenever we went to the Celtics game, bro. Great people,
Great dude.
great dude.
I tried to
man.
get him. I said, "Can I be an extra in Blue Bloods and just like get me in the jail cell
yeah,
and rough me
throw you
up
on
a
the
little
ground.
bit? I got the beard. Like I could look like you could make me look whatever, like a biker guy, whatever you need. Grow a beard out like you, look homeless.
You can't do that. You can't grow it out.
I can grow it out, but I don't want to. But
Shave
if
it.
I was going to be in the
Shave it
show,
again.
if
Shave
I
it
was-
again.
no, don't shave. I'm not shaving my beard again. I look weird. But yeah, like I was talking to him last night, and he lives in Illinois, and he works in New York because Jenny, his wife, is from Chicago, so he lives there.
Mhm, yeah,
They were in LA, but I was asking him stuff about like just getting into that stuff. He's like, oh, it's so like it's easy, bro. You just
Yeah.
gotta know the right people, and then when you get the opportunity, you gotta just have the right coaching.
But we went to a class, bro, and what they always try to do is get you in the things that you kind of don't like. So that's why acting class, it's like getting you uncomfortable.
Like getting you uncomfortable and then trying to get you comfortable.
Yeah. So, man, we went there and I was just like seeing how people was turning it on and off, and I'm just like, shh, let me
like turning on.
Tap
So
my
when you
foot
say
in it
turning,
first,
when you
like-
say turning it on, they just like turn into a different person.
Yes.
Really?
No, real deal.
It's like
It's really practice. Like think
alternate
about even
personality.
us with ball. Like, you know, people be like,
Yeah.
man, you guys are, but it's been years of practice. Like some people, you know, it take for real. Like they kind of have problems in order to be kind of good.
I have split personality.
Jesus.
No,
Nah,
yeah, you could. I
That's
mean,
why I
but
feel like
that's-
I could do it too, man. It's like
last night, if you look at my phone, I was looking up how do people memorize whole scripts, because when I see like scenes,
Yeah.
I'll be like impressed. I'm like, how did that person know exactly how to recite perfectly all these lines, and they don't sound like that in real life, but they just turn into that.
Yeah, but what I learned too is that like they'll have scripts and they always have the writers that's right next to them and everything. Sometimes some, let's just say, scenes are so good,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, we'll keep it like that. Some
Yep.
producers, some writers would be like, oh,
Yeah.
I had that, but like, hey, the way that you did that was,
That was
so
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it like that. But the next scene, make sure you end up saying this or do the same thing but say
Yeah.
this instead. So yeah.
So Jonathan Tucker, do you know who Jonathan Tucker is?
Mm.
He was on City on a Hill. He was like the bad guy. He was like the brother. There's a show with Kevin Bacon, and it's a Boston-based show.
Okay.
And it was like about
Showtime.
bank robbers. It was on, and it was a family from Boston. And this guy Jonathan Tucker, he's an actor, but he's done, you know, like Bad Guys, rodeo. Like he does all these crazy stuff. And I talk to him every now and then, and it's like when you know him as the person, nothing like any of his characters, but he's so good at his
Yeah.
characters. It's wild.
It's a practice for real. Like I was seeing them and I was just like, bro, like if I want to do this, I gotta step up my game, you know. But it takes practice. Like I said.
Do you remember that movie with Bruce Willis, and there was like a mansion on a hill, and there were like two bad kids, like bad guys that came into the mansion, and there was like kids there. Do you remember that movie? He was one of the kids too, and it was nuts.
No.
Bruce Willis was a cop, and Jonathan Tucker was one of the bad people, and he like was
Yeah.
trying to hold the kids ransom for money.
No, that's wild.
It's an old movie.
However, I just want to let you guys know, you know, any directors, anybody like that, I'm trying to get into the acting space. So
You're trying to get an
like
acting
that.
space.
Yes, man. Like I'm definitely
Dr.
trying.
Patrick Chung. He was
I'm
in a
like, bro,
movie.
I'm trying
Was
to get
Pat
into
in the movie?
Yeah, Patrick Chung was in.
You know, Mayo was in a movie.
Yeah, Mayo was in
For
a movie
real?
too.
Yeah, Mayo was in
never
Three
saw it?
Stooges. He was
Yeah.
a thug.
Yeah, no,
Mayo was a
it's
thug.
true. The
Hey,
100% true.
pull up Mayo as a thug.
Whoa.
Yeah,
What?
Rod Mayo, Three Stooges as
What you
a
should
thug.
do is your next meeting that you have, like, get somebody to put it on the screen, like when it's
Yo,
when he's up there.
Yep,
That's
Rod
crazy.
Mayo,
Yeah.
thug, Three Stooges. Hey, copper, you trying to get capped?
There he is, right there.
Oh my goodness.
There, people don't realize it. Mayo had his acting debut.
That's wild.
We don't have sound unless you got the ears in, right? Dang it. All right, so basically, he's standing on the side of the street, and Mayo walks up, and he's like, "Hey, man, you trying to get capped?"
Oh my goodness.
Three Stooges, 2012.
Yeah.
What a terrible movie this was. It was so bad. Oh, it was so bad. Yeah, I remember, there he is. That's Troy Brown, the first
with
guy.
Troy.
That's Mayo. He pulls his pants up. Hey, man, trying to get capped?
Oh my goodness. Bro, that's really Mayo. Oh, that's crazy.
And Troy Brown.
It's Troy Brown.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, that is Troy. Oh my goodness.
Well, now you could maybe give a rookie some intel
Yeah. No,
and say, hey, our head coach was an actor for a very small clip, and put it up
Yeah.
there. That's a good one.
No, for real.
So when you had the acting school, I'm curious on the acting school.
Yeah.
What was she's shaking her head?
Yeah,
was
it was like
crazy.
a little class that we went to just to watch and like just, you know.
Coach was from Boston.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
they call it
really?
the Bill Belichick of
Oh, so he's tough.
Yeah.
Oh man, so he's just you
Real
idiot.
deal though.
No, like crazy. Like,
You freaking moron. Can't learn your
You
lines.
do your
That
Bill Belichick.
sucked.
Do your Bill Belichick
You
impression.
suck. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can you fucking learn your lines? I mean, get kid from Foxborough High to do this shit. Anyway, Bill, I've had a few interactions with Bill.
You had a few,
A few.
He's had a few.
I've had a few.
and you showed up late to a meeting.
And I've never, no,
Yeah,
I showed up to one meeting late. Ravens playoff game.
yeah, it's a great one to pick, huh?
Yeah. So playoffs.
And you decided
This is like I'm year 10 and never been late for a meeting in my life. I get up. My wife goes, "Oh no." It's the first thing she says to me. I go, "Oh." I look at the clock. It was like 7:55 in the 8 o'clock squad. So I jump in my car. I get to the stadium. I literally go in the front door. The back steps to go up in the meeting room. I like army crawl up that thing. Get up in there. The door is like, I crack the door. He's all in the video stuff. So the lights are off. So I open the door. I slide in. I literally army crawl to the back and I sit down, go through the rest of the meeting. Has no clue. Nobody knows except for Matty P. Matty P saw me. He told me, sit down. I sit there. Nobody said anything to me. Go through practice. Bill doesn't say anything to me. And then after practice, I had a Bill. I was late today. He goes, Jesus Christ. Don't do it again. I said, all right.
oh, you
No
got
fines. No fines. Nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. But he did fine me like $2,500 for 2 pounds of weight. Some bullshit.
What? You're overweight?
No, they weigh you and it's whatever per pound
Yep, per
pound.
pound.
Per pound. It was like $650 or $750, something stupid, $800 a pound. And I was 262. And I stepped on the scale. I said, Ted, do you want me to go lose this 2 pounds? And he was like, it's up to you. And I said, what? I'm good. So I thought it'd just be like, because I've always been 260 on the dot.
You
my whole
tried.
life. I tried.
You tried.
And I got the thing in my locker.
That little slip, huh?
Slip.
Yep.
Got me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to play the country club. We got to get you to the country club. So
Bro,
I just
yeah.
played at the country club in Brookline.
Okay.
I hate playing there.
Well, I knew it was a serious place. When
Yeah, I
walked
haven't
in.
played too many courses up here and everything. It's just, bro, sometimes I just don't like the wind be blowing so much sometimes. And I'm just like, this isn't real.
It's a lot of
golf.
wind in the bro.
Like,
a lot
I'm like,
A lot of
bro.
rocks, a lot of
Yeah.
rocks, a lot of boulders, a lot
I
of
played,
elevation change.
what's the big spot?
Oh,
in Boston?
TBC Boston?
TPC.
No, I haven't played there yet. But what's the spot, bro?
Hoppington.
All the way up there that everyone Granite Links.
Yeah,
Granite Links.
People
okay.
love Granite
Oh, that's
Links.
like the, yeah.
Like, it's real nice,
It's too wide
but
open
it's-
and
yeah,
windy.
Yeah, I feel like it's a scenery place. Like
It is,
playing
yeah.
golf. Like sometimes on par fives, you gotta club down in order. They making you play to where you gotta get the ball on the green. I'm like, all right, like I can't even pull out my driver for some of them.
I felt out of place at the country club. I just
Brookline's.
it's a very prestigious and sophisticated environment. So I walk in, I'm thinking they got to have like a box of Bridgestones or something, like, $20.
Do you have any of the orange
Yeah.
balls?
You got it with colorful balls?
No.
colorful golf balls.
That's what
I
he-
thought you
that's
was out
what he-
here.
that's what he
No, I
probably
did hit a
plays
color
with.
golf ball, and they're like,
Oh no,
I hit a blue ball.
bro.
I hit one of those blue neon balls. But anyway, I walk in, I go, hey, I'm looking for a box of balls. They're like, these are all the balls. And I'm like, I don't need Pro V1s.
You know they're gonna put you right there.
They
They're
put
right
me-
there at the counter.
No,
Yeah.
that's all they had was Titleist. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up with like the Wilsons or like the Bridgestones?
No, you said Wilson.
And my shirt wasn't tucked in. So he goes, you got to tuck your shirt in too. I go, really? He goes, yeah. You got to take your hat off. I said, okay. This is a serious spot.
Yeah, Wilson's.
There's no
There's
way.
some Wilsons.
I'm going to lose the balls anyway. Why am I going to spend $50 on a box of balls when I can get them for 20?
No, I
They're
understand.
going in the
but-
woods anyway.
I understand, but goodness gracious, it's like Wilson.
Oh,
That's crazy.
It's too stuck up in there.
it's
Way
pretty.
too
It's,
stuck up.
it's, I think it was 200, I think minimum 200,000 entrance fee.
Yeah, no,
And
I
then
believe
I
it.
50
think that's
50,000.
just a member.
That's just your member's fee.
Yeah, no, it's wild.
So,
I actually play in the
that's-
BMW Pro-Am June.
Oh, you're for real.
Bro,
You're a
I've been
good
playing,
golfer,
but
bro.
like the thing is, it's kind of hard to be consistent 6 months out the year. Like it's kind of hard, man.
We'll go play. You can make fun of me. You should join us on. We're gonna do one at once the weather's nice. But
Yeah.
I'm good in certain areas and just god awful in others. But,
Bro, you'll realize like some of the pros and everything. I played in club car championship and I was with a pro and like you play with them and everything. But you kind of realize they're consistent for sure.
that's what
They're
it is.
consistent. However, bro, it's not that crazy as much as you think. It's way more course management than it is with...
It's just like instead of a guy saying
We
I
be
think
out
I
there
can make it,
tryna-
they're like
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of this.
Yeah.
But
We be trying to be
playing
like
it safe.
we watch
you know?
Tiger YouTube stuff and then we try to do what Tiger do and it doesn't work for us. Like that's just what it
Yeah.
is. Like we'll end up trying to hit a certain way and they barely even hit towards the flag stick sometimes. They like, all right, I know where I need to put it, so then I practice my putts. You gotta understand too, they have practice rounds before they end up playing in tournaments. Like, they have like 2 practice days and then they know where they hit the ball to, where
They have a
to
whole game plan.
put
The whole concept of striking the ball on different areas of the club face is wild to me though.
It's not really that hard though, because look, you could either, let's just say you want to fade the ball
it's
or
very
draw.
hard.
Because I would show her and she'd be like, "Oh no, like I can't do that." But
I'm
you
just
can
trying to
end up,
hit it in the middle.
that's the thing. You're never going to consistently hit the ball straight. You got to either favor a fade or a draw. Like that's just what it is. And a fade is far right.
I'm a fade
draw.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what typically everyone does.
Yeah.
But however, if you want to change it up, then what you do is your footwork. Let's just say you want to draw the ball. Then you're going to move your left foot up or either move your right foot back. So whenever your club face...
I need an instructor. I need a drill sergeant.
I don't think you're going to be good at it.
I need
I'll
drill
help you
I don't
sergeant.
think
out.
you'll be good at it.
At what?
You say you're good at everything.
I'm decent at golf, except for putting. I can 3-putt decent. Chipping, driving, I can hit it.
Yeah,
I
the
get it
main
out
thing is
there.
short game.
You also said
Short
you were
game
good
is
at
the
you
main
were
Short
good
game
at
is-
basketball.
Huh?
Yeah.
You said you were good at basketball.
I beat you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
On the 1-on-1, I destroyed you in
No,
horse
you didn't.
and everything.
No, you didn't.
TJ?
You got tired and you got out of breath.
I think you have to. I think you got to put the clips back up.
TJ,
That's the only way, Rob.
we will
Thank God
redo
we
it. We'll
record this
replay
stuff.
it.
Thank God we record this stuff.
You won in like pig or something. I beat you in 1-on-1. It was like 19.
Like 18.
Yeah, I still beat you though. 'Cause you got tired.
Yeah, I was tired.
But no, we're gonna get your golf game. To
Let's
where
go.
it's-
Let's go.
it's-
We can
it's
go
really
to
consistent.
Hoppington Country Club, which that's where I'm at. We can go to Shining Rock, which is a sister of Hoppington, and then where are you at?
Bedford.
Bedford,
Yeah, Manchester Country Club.
Manchester Country Club. So we got three spots we can go. And the TPC, I know the guys that run TPC.
I don't like TPC.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just
I love
I was about to say, bro,
Hey,
TPC,
TPC.
I
Thank you
seen
for
it.
having me. I love you.
Yeah, we love TPC. Don, you're my guy. I love you.
Yes.
The love is real deal over here. It's just some people that aren't really that good. Usually don't like certain golf
There's
courses.
a few haters over here that just.
I just go and hit it. I just I'm like what you said. It's like, all right, I can probably make this shot and just put it in the water.
See, that's the thing.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
I'm not shooting for score. Just going to shoot it hard.
All right, we're going to wrap this episode up in a little bit. I got a couple questions for you. First question, have you watched the Bruins at all? Do you watch hockey?
So yeah, I have. I'm actually becoming a hockey fan, guys.
Let's
Down
go.
south, hockey is not
Let's
a
go.
thing.
No, because
Like,
there's
it's
no
not really-
ice.
Yeah,
You
It's
get it.
becoming.
but
And it's I didn't play hockey growing up, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're white kid from Illinois." I'm like, my parents were an iron worker and a teacher, is not affording freaking hockey stuff.
I feel like hockey though. Like if you play hockey, that's the sport that you play.
That's it.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
youth
You don't play
hockey is
anything
it's
all
else.
ice
year.
time, it's
Yeah.
gear, it's
Yeah.
But
it's
like in
crazy.
youth hockey, like around here, you could have like a 6 a.m. game in Foxborough,
yeah, and
and then
you
like
gotta drive
an
3
11
hours.
a.m. game on the Cape,
Yeah, it's stupid.
and then
that's
like
crazy.
a 4 p.m. game in New Hampshire.
The Bruins got their asses kicked last night, but
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that they can do
How are you
something.
hopeful?
Because the first game looked awesome and they kicked ass. The second game was terrible. But the Celtics,
Panthers
how
are
about the
good.
Celtics? You've been to a couple Celtics games. You saw Donnie there.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I think they're going to be
I like the culture and everything like that too. It's just like, bro, they got to be more.
pro flop
Cons-
or against flopping.
I'm against flopping. Like that's
How about
just
the Guardian
like,
cap? You wearing the Guardian cap?
No, like I'm not.
What are you gonna do?
like,
Yeah, what
So
I'm
who's going to wear the
definitely not-
Guardian
who-
cap?
somebody's
going to
wear it in a game, right?
It might be. It might.
So what do
feel
they
like-
embroider the
I
logo
think Mac
on
Jones
your?
would wear one.
I don't
His
know.
head's already massive. It would look way too big. You have to. Your logo is the most important aspect of the helmet.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
how
can't
they're
put
gonna
a-
do
you
that.
they'll
can't
probably
cover-
like cut the section out of
No,
it.
that's stupid. Anyway, those we don't have the scientific data. They do. They claim that it lowers concussions, but you don't hit in practice. So that's
no. What's so crazy is whenever you do hit, and the thing
it
is like
bounces your head off.
It's helmets, like helmet to helmet. You hear,
Yeah.
But like with the Guardian caps,
it's like
it's doink. Like it's like doink. Like people going like full speed at each other. So that's just wild.
The glancing. So this is the thing that I need a scientist or somebody that's from the Guardian caps or any helmet company. I need more data on shearing forces, because that's what happens to your head. You rotate your head when you hit somebody a certain way. Plastics slide. Those Guardian caps they have to stick a little bit because they're fabric.
Yeah, it's like
and they're heavy.
I feel like the collision wouldn't be crazy, but the whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's just heavier on the top of your head.
It's like a bounce. It's like a bounce.
Like,
so like neck soreness and everything like that might come into play. But
so anyway, we'll see.
If you had to pick one person on your team that would wear one during a game, who would it be?
Judon.
Okay.
Judon.
That was fast.
Ju, he's my guy. He's funny. So I feel like he would do that
protecting the coconut.
and then mess around and have like 3 sacks in a game with the Guardian cap on.
Wear a red Guardian cap.
Probably
the red cap.
Yeah, so
it'll be like
you'll
scout team.
You'll see him coming.
In scout team, they have these caps, and people put the caps on their helmets to know who's who. It's gonna look like, who the hell's that? So I want to know because all the Guardian caps are like 2 colors. So are they coming out with like colors, custom colors?
I only seen like the gray ones.
Yeah, it's only
that's it. So is the Bengals gonna have like a tiger stripe on
the tiger stripe
on the Guardian cap?
I don't know.
The Steelers going to be all black with like the logos embroidered on there?
I don't think anyone's going to wear that because like the Guardian cap do feel a little heavier on your head. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's got to be like if you get
hit.
hit.
I'm not saying it's crazy,
but if you get hit and start going down, like won't your head just kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of people want less weight when they playing anyway. So
lighter.
Yeah,
speed, baby. All right, final question. Red Sox. Have you been to a Red Sox game yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have. Yeah.
He's a big Sox fan.
I love baseball. You hate baseball. I love baseball.
Bro, I
played baseball.
I like the stadium, and I love like what it is and everything. It's just that right there. Like,
dude, it's not anymore with the pitch clock. It's not boring anymore.
Bro, like I'm sitting there, like, can you please just hit a home run? So and then
it's only 2.5 hours now. The game.
Damn.
It's still.
I love baseball.
Best thing going for the beer and a hot dog, and that's about it.
That's $40.
Yeah, I know.
You're right, and that's crazy.
Be nice to be the owner.
The prices went up this year because I went to a game the other day, and
the prices are up everywhere. Your guy
and like 2 of my kids were like, "I want a slice of pizza and water." I'm like, "All right." It's like $42. I was like,
"That's
what?
Crazy." I found out that the cost of living here was crazy because I was down south.
Yeah,
so
down south is a lot cheaper. I might go down south. My buddy Roman Harper. He's from Prattville.
Okay.
So that's how I know Sunshine, too. You know where Sunshine's at? Sunshine, Alabama? A friend of mine lives in Sunshine. But he's like, dude, showing me, like, land. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like, you like what?
You want 10 acres of land? It's like, okay, it's pretty cool.
No, it's smooth.
My wife's from Louisiana. My wife went to LSU. So
okay. Yeah. That's what's up.
So all her family's down there. I had a house down in Louisiana, and then
you sold it though, like right when it was built.
Yeah, we did sell it. Right.
I'm about to say what part?
Covington, Louisiana.
Okay.
So like that's north. That's on Lake Pontchartrain over the lake.
I know around.
Yeah. What you're talking about. Yeah. But just didn't work out.
I loved when I lived in Nashville. It was nice.
Nashville's nice.
I've been to Nashville. Yeah, Nashville's nice. It's just I'm just letting you know I'm a big advocate for Houston, Texas guys.
I'm going there next weekend. Hey, Brunt Workwear. I'm going to be at the rodeo. So we're going to Texas.
Rodeo.
Going to the rodeo. Brunt, all the guys at Brunt. We're gonna just the PBR.
Yeah. PBR.
World Championship. So it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna go and take a page.
Test your roping skills.
I'm gonna get on a bull, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be a concussion.
You're better than this guy. I'm
not. Final question: will you go up on an airplane with Jay Jones?
Yeah, I would.
I'd
be seeing how hard and dedicated and everything.
No, I
would.
would.
He be in those books. Like,
dude,
I see him and listening and everything. Nah, he know what he doing. So I'm like, all right, yeah.
He's gonna be like a pilot. When he retires, he's gonna go be a pilot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd rather go in the airplane with Jay Jones than the McLaren. That's all doing.
That McLaren?
Yeah.
Well,
I'd rather do the airplane.
I'd go in both. How about that?
He said, I'll go
I'll go in
in
both.
No,
I'll go
you
in the
wouldn't.
McLaren,
No,
and
you
his
wouldn't.
plane is going to be nuts.
You freak out in like regular airplanes, like
well, he's
like
got the
JetBlue,
turbo
you
prop.
freak-
He's getting a
you
turbo
freak out.
prop.
Yeah, the thing that's
Dude's got
wild
some-
too is like I don't have no problems with like, jumping out of a plane. I'm cool, but like roller coasters, not seeing me on it.
Yeah, I just went on a roller coaster and I can't. Scrambled eggs is real. Can't. It mixed me up, man. I was like, I went on the Hulk at Universal. I got off that thing. I said, "Yo, I can't.
You're done.
It's over. It's over. That shit's
Day's over.
yeah.
Nah, for real.
The moving stuff. All right. Well,
Yeah,
hey,
we got what's your favorite vacation spot? Rob's is Disney.
Ooh,
What's
I
your
do
really
like Disney.
vacation. I was big.
Low-key
I was a
Disney.
big Busch Garden person.
no, I see. I
I
can't.
was like I was a big Busch Garden. That was
Busch
like
Gardens.
back in the day though, but like Busch Gardens was a little bit better than Disney. I'm just saying.
Disney, I like.
It
So
was.
now
It
I
has better
embrace.
ride. It had better
I
rides.
embrace my watching the kids enjoy it, and then having a nice cold drink, walking around Epcot.
$24.
Yeah, it is what it is. Screw it.
Wait in a
They're gonna
line
get
for
it
2
anyway.
hours.
You're gonna spend it either that way, or you're gonna go to wherever you go on an island somewhere and spend it that way.
No, it's not. It's a lot cheaper.
And Disney, you gotta have a
Go
fast
for like a
pass.
week on an
Gotta
island.
have fast
for what-
pass.
Yeah,
for
you know,
what
my
you
wife-
spend
my
this
My
year.
wife's in the phone and she gets everything set up, and she's like, "Yeah, I bought the fast passes." I'm like, "What?"
No,
She buys them.
otherwise, yeah, you're not getting on a single ride.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the VIP thing. That's the only way. I lived right outside of Disney for 6 years.
Yeah, you love it.
No, I fucking hate it. I couldn't wait to get out of there. That was
Well,
the worst.
I think that's a wrap. That was a great episode.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, for
any
sure.
any
Appreciate
other
y'all.
any other thing you want to shout out? What's the go through the name again of
Oh yeah, Elliot JELLIOTT.J.
bingo.
It is, yeah.
2 L's.
Yeah, no, 2 L's and 2 T's.
2 L's and 2 T's.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. And
Scrambled eggs.
we got Cliffstone,
Yeah.
hardscapes, patio work, anything you want landscaping wise. These guys are awesome.
They're great. All right, but check us out. We'll be back soon. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe to YouTube. We'll see you guys next week.
So you guys take care.